It's live.
Okay.
Who will want to know?
Yes, yes, it's live.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Good evening. We'll be waiting for other participants to join as well, and we'll start within 2-3 minutes. Good evening. We'll be starting in 2-3 minutes, waiting for other participants to join as well.
Ekta, so till then, we will start with our feelings check-in.
Yes, definitely.
I hope they have different feelings while comparing their yesterday's feeling. So let's ask. Hi, everyone. Good evening. And let's start with the feelings check-in. Now, you all have to reflect Just take a minute and reflect, how are you feeling now? Right now, at this moment, how are you feeling? So you can write in the chat box. If you're feeling happy, you can choose a color that reflects happiness of and also you can also tell us in sentence how you're feeling. Okay, not just words. You can tell us in sentence like I'm feeling this because of this. Like you can also give us the reasons. Yes, please. How are you feeling, Ekta?
I have chosen the color yellow and I'm feeling excited.
Nice. Okay.
What about others? We would like to request everyone if you can start your cameras as well. It's always good to see each other's face and it helps us to, communicate better.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Oh, Manisha ma'am said red happy. Heti ma'am said pink happy. Wonderful. Great.
How about others? We have really, and everybody, please write down in the chat box, how are you feeling? So most of them are feeling gray and tired.
Chances are the chances are very high.
Yeah, green energy.
Okay, wonderful. We got one.
Yeah, purple reflective. Nice.
Okay. Maybe come in. Both are. Just come in and sit and read.
A lot of people are still joining. Can we wait for 30 more seconds?
Yes, yes, definitely. Happy. Mary ma'am is also happy. Okay. So today we'll be talking about integrating social emotional learning into the curriculum. And we discussed about social emotional learning and making classrooms emotionally safe yesterday. We talked about 9 domains that we have, and today we'll be digging a little deeper and we'll also be discussing the kind of activities we can do within the classroom. And before I give the activities and we discuss about that, I would like to know some activities that you are doing in your classroom. Maybe role plays, maybe reflective sheets, some activities that you know works well for social emotional learning. Everyone, I'm going to start again. One from my side. Journaling.
Journaling.
What about others? Anyone? Even if you know one activity, you can talk about it.
क्लास में कौन सी एक्टिविटी लेते हैं मैं तो लेता ही नहीं अभी तक
Okay.
So, Ekta, I would conduct Socratic seminar where children can express themselves.
Yes, yes. So, integrating social emotional learning into classroom activities always starts with basic basics of teaching emotional vocabulary. Doesn't matter what is the age and what is the age group you're dealing with within the classroom. Developmentally, the vocabulary will vary. However, somewhere
Recording in progress.
we start with expressing ourselves, and in that vocabulary plays a crucial role. So we have emotions wheel in front of you that we are using for our sessions these days, and it talks about variety of emotions, and that too in different degrees. For example, anger, what is the meaning of anger? And in that also we are talking about what is frustrated, what does jealousy means, and what does hostile means. So different segregations around emotions are there. You can also teach children, little children, with basics of like happy, sad, angry, worry, and scared. And as they grow, you can increase the vocabulary as well. Role reversals are some exercises that you can do. You can also ask them to read or narrate certain stories around emotions. Use a lot of positive affirmation circles. So for example, when you are having like circle time activities, you can talk about how are you feeling happy, I am strong, I'm calm. So that's how also you can develop positive emotional vocabulary as well. Conflict resolution circle. Often we ask children to express themselves whenever there is a conflict in order to resolve it. For example, I'm angry because she did that. I'm not liking the situation because that happened. And in order to resolve those things, we use a lot of conflict resolution circle. We have flashcards. You can have emotions flashcards. We'll be providing you with that, and you can use it within your classroom. Yes, Tejaswini.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we conduct this activity now? All of you, we will be having a lot of ups and downs in our days. So morning it could be happiness, and afternoon something will happen and we are upset. So likewise, we have these ups and downs in our life with our emotions, with the situations that we face. And yeah, like sometimes we feel so confident. Other time, like we may feel like a victim, like I am suffering a lot, I'm having a lot of things happening with me. And sometimes like you also feel hopeful, right? So now all of you, let's do this activity. Take a paper, otherwise you can also use our chat box. Reflect on your 1 week, whatever happened. Like you can start from Sunday. And first we have this rose. What is this rose means? It highlights a success or something positive that happened in this whole week. Whatever happened to you, like which was very positive and which brought smile on your face, which made you feel confident and successful. So you have to think about it. So in this activity, it's a mindful reflection where you are going to reflect on your happiness, your challenges, and also the hope or support that you're getting, and you're hoping to get better from that particular situation. So now all of you, can you reflect and tell us, share with us. So what was that moment you had this week that made you feel happy, confident, successful, or proud of yourself? You can unmute yourself. Having good discussion over this will be really fun. Come on, everybody. So you can share with us any happy moment or successful moment that you had for this week. Let's start with Ekta. So Ekta, would you like to share any proud moment or happy moment of this week?
You have put me on spot, but let me think. Okay. Yeah, I think I would like to talk about today morning. one of my team members, she has performed very good, and that was a very happy and proud moment for me. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Of
we have
course.
got a response. Yeah, Manisha. Yes. Yeah, so she's talking. Started my yoga class. Wow, that's
Oh,
wonderful, amazing.
Dept,
Okay,
any other responses? You can unmute yourself. Okay, now let's talk about thought. So, challenge, any challenge that you experienced this week, something you can use, something, that needs support. Like you have to speak to somebody and you have to get the support, and then only you can manage it. So, any kind of such situation that you faced this week? What was the most stressful thing that you faced? Could be having less time or tired or busy schedule, or maybe a kid troubled you a lot in your class, and you were really confused how to handle that particular kid. Could be anything, any stress, or you had some physical illness, like you had severe backache or headache.
I was very exhausted last night.
Okay.
Anybody else? Any thorns? Yeah, we got one. Being overwhelmed with sudden tasks in already chaotic schedule. Yes,
Yeah.
we can relate with you like anything. We can resonate. Yeah,
Okay.
wonderful.
Yeah. Next is but. So it is like new idea or something you are looking forward to knowing and understanding more. Like, yeah, I know this, but I want to become the master in this area. I want to know more about this. So, just an example, you all are here to gain more and more knowledge about SEL, right? And this is one of the thing like you can mention. But other than that, like in your personal life, for this whole week, have you felt that extra interest in any particular area?
Mine would be our community that we are having, where I can post any time about if I'm overwhelmed or if I'm not feeling like validated about something. So I
Mhm.
post there, and there are so many good people out there. They put messages, they will give respond to you, and that makes me feel, because for me, I'm working remotely, and it helps me to get connected as well.
Yeah. Okay,
What
thank
about others?
others.
New ideas or something you're looking forward to knowing or understanding more. Upgrading my knowledge on AI tool for educators through online workshop. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, Manisha ma'am has written, Rose will be my summer break as I came to my hometown.
Yeah.
Thorn, as of now, nothing. Hope will be to learn more and explore so that I can become more confident. Yay, good, wonderful.
Okay.
So I'll be moving forward. So this is what we can do with children in the classroom. What it does, it makes them, when we are overwhelmed, there are lot of thoughts going on our mind. So we start reflecting and we start thinking about what exactly is not going right, and where I can explore a little more opportunities, where I can feel a little more positive around that. Some of the other activities can be integrating mindfulness in the subject and classroom activities. That includes mindfulness breathing, mindfulness walking, mindful eating, and body scan. Body scan exercises are wonderful when it comes to calming children down, and even you can try that with your own self, especially when you're too anxious and you're feeling worried about something. Then you can do body scan exercises. making it as a routine. I remember one of my teachers, she was a social studies teacher. Whenever she would enter in the classroom, it was 40 to 45 minutes of time that used to study and everything. She would take out 5 to 6 minutes just doing either some sort of chanting or some breathing, and it would help us to actually calm down. And there was another teacher, what she would do whenever she would enter the classroom, she would make us jump or do something that is making us feel more energetic, and then we are grounded also, because there's a lot of energy that goes out in that. So these kind of exercises makes children prepare for the classroom, makes them calm down, and then when you make them study, they become more receptive to whatever knowledge you're trying to transfer. Provide daily check-ins using SEEL in various subjects. Like for math, teach the idea that making mistakes is part of learning. For example, you're providing math test paper, and while you're saying, make sure you're calm and we will try to do our best, and making mistakes is part of our journey. It's part of our learning. Hi, Himal ma'am. Okay. Science, caring for the environment and how it connects to their feelings. So, for example, if you're a science teacher, you can talk about caring for the environment. You can actually help them to connect with the environment that is around, make them see, observe, and that's what makes them feel more mindful and grounded. History can help them to reflect on how historical situations and conflicts were there to teach us, so that we can right now in current situation take better steps. So those kind of things actually help children to reflect and understand things in a better way. Okay, so any doubts, any questions, anybody, before we jump on to the other activities? I'm gonna share one video with everyone. All right, really quick. I would like to do our emotion check-in. If we're feeling happy today, you're gonna show me a number 1. If you're maybe feeling a little bit sad today, you'll show me a number 2. You don't have to show me yet, okay? Hold on. If you're feeling calm, remember calm is just content. No, that's a big word. Just feeling good. You're gonna give me a thumbs up. And if you're feeling mad, you're gonna give me a thumbs down. Right now, I just want you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in your nose. Out your mouth. Think about how you feel today. Maybe show me a thinking face for a second while you're thinking about how you feel. Ooh, I see some good thinking faces. I'm gonna count to 3, and then you're gonna show me, okay? 1, 2, 3. I feel happy because I get to see all of your cute faces today, and because I missed you so much. So I'm gonna call on 3 brave friends who will also share, okay? She feels happy today because her mom loves her. For being brave and sharing with us.
I feel sad because I miss my mom.
Remember we talked about that yesterday? Sometimes I do too. Sometimes we're sad because we miss our moms or our dads. But what do I always tell you guys? At the end of the day, guess what happens? So it's okay to miss them, and it's okay to feel a little bit sad about that. Because your mom loves you too. I do love you too. Okay, anybody, any insights about the feeling check-in that we saw right now? Okay, let's talk about why feeling check-ins are important. I know we discussed about it yesterday as well, but I would like to talk a little deeper about it. Imagine a classroom where you have many children, let's say 30, 40 children are there, and every one of them are going through something or the other. Some of them are overwhelmed, some of them are not comfortable, with the environment, and some of them are anxious about something, there's some fear. Everybody is having some or the other challenge, and you have a big plan for the classroom. You want to complete very important chapter, and you're prepared, you're ready for it. Imagine if you start with a feeling check-in activity and you let them express, which helps them to, talk about something which is difficult, and then they are feeling safer now, they are comfortable, and then you start to teach them about different subjects or topics. That would become more successful, right? They will be able to reflect better, answer better, and they won't be busy in their own world thinking about their problems, but they'll be there to listen to you. So feeling check-ins actually help them to reflect and share their current feelings. And we really do not want to correct them or judge them around it. If you saw the teacher, what she was doing, she was listening and she was saying it's okay to feel sad. It's okay. That's fine, completely fine. She did not say, okay, if you're feeling sad, what can we do to make you feel happy? We are not supposed to correct the child. We are just supposed to let the child go through whatever they are going, experience that emotion, and just listen to them during feeling check-in. Okay. Yes, Tejaswini.
So, quiz time. What's wrong with you today? Is an example of a bad feelings check-in.
Why Rajini is standing there? Rajini is not coming or what?
Okay.
Yes, Tej.
Okay. So, is an example of bad feeling check-in question in the classroom. Now, for a question on feelings check-in, what are some effective ways for teachers to conduct feeling check-ins with their students in the classroom? Like if you're using some methods or strategies or any like activities for this feelings check-in, so you can share with us.
What is wrong with you today is an example of a bad feeling check-in question in the classroom. Now, for a question on feeling check-in, what are some effective ways for teachers to conduct feeling check-in with their students in the classroom? Think of a correct way. What would you do? Anyone? We did one activity associating with colors, right? Thermometer in our school. Yes, we can use feeling thermometer. We can use wheels. We can use flashcards. We can use videos also, right? Okay, let's move on to, okay, emotional learning activities.
So mood meter activity. So what do we do? How do we use it in classroom? So here it is a visual tool. Okay, so with this tool, we are going to identify, label, and reflect their feelings. So you can look at the 4 quadrants here. So red one. What do you mean by the red quadrant? When the child is feeling high energy and unpleasant emotions. For example, the child is feeling angry, frustrated, anxious. So he's going to mark, under this red quadrant. I'm feeling this. And then coming to the blue, it is low energy and unpleasant emotions like feeling sad, tired, bored. So all these emotions comes under that. And then yellow. Yellow is high energy and pleasant emotions, excited, happy, motivated. So the child will be able to like, I am feeling yellow today. I am feeling blue today. So I am in this quadrant today. So the child will be understanding the right vocab and also he will be able to, manage his emotions better when he is able to put him under these 4 quadrants. Coming to green, it's low energy and pleasant emotions, calm, content, like relaxed. So these kind of things. So this will help the children to reflect themselves and they become more emotionally intelligent to manage their emotions. Yes. Okay. So, logical learning activities. So, have you conducted any of logical learning activities in the classroom? Would you like to share it with us? Okay. So, this logical learning activities, it will challenges the students to understand, analyze the situation better, and come up with the creative ideas, give logical reasoning, critical thinking. So all these comes under this logical thinking area. Okay. So students, what they do under this logical thinking activities, we challenge them to design and building the solution to real world problems. Like in my session, what I do, I ask them, okay, so you have to invent a new product, okay, which is helpful for children. Like it should not be existing one. So I'll give them some time and I'll ask them, think creatively. It must be useful for the children. And they come up with a lot of, good examples, good products. For example, I'll tell you, recently one kid said, okay, ma'am, I'm going to create exam pen. Whenever we are writing answers in the exam, so if there is any spelling mistake, it will automatically, vanish. And it will help, it will have a display, a small display there, we will be getting the suggestion for the right spelling. I'm going to create this kind of pen. So like, then you give another section for teachers. They will come up with different products. So likewise, you can do this logical learning activities. And also when there are some ethical dilemma situations, like this logical learning activities will help them to see the situation with more clarity. So this is going to help them in the real life situation. Okay, this is the situation. I should be going with right or wrong, or like I should be analyzing the situation in a better way and make the decision like how I should be going with this and what are the rationale behind this. So they will be having higher level of reasoning ability. So this logical thinking skill will make them more emotionally intelligent. Yes, Ekta. Yeah. So coming to this, yes, creating a positive and engaging classroom environment is very important, right? Like everybody is here, like they want to have their classroom, a very positive and engaging. And positive classroom climate, how are we going to create it? By scolding them or by like shutting them off when they're asking questions? Definitely not, right? So when we are creating positive classroom environment, there are few things we always have to keep in mind, that a child must feel a sense of, he must feel a sense of belonging and safety. So yeah, I belong to this classroom and I am accepted. Mutual respect, open communication is, it is very important, and emotional well-being. So these all things to be considered. And how to build this positive relationship again? So by talking to them with feelings check-in, you can build positive relationship by asking the other kid to, help the kid who is going through some sad moments, or like he's crying. So help them, like show empathy, like help the kid, help your friend to feel better. So by this, one child is responding to the other child emotion. So there is positive relationship. Encourage peer-to-peer support and inclusion. Give a group project and ask them, okay, so this is this particular kid's project, but you three can help him. So by giving such tasks, they feel more involved. Yeah, I have to, help other people. I have to, make my group be successful. So they come up with this inclusion, like, feeling of, yes, I am included. I am going to support each other. So this gives positive relationship. And then coming to mutual respect, set clear expectation for respectful behavior. Though you are angry or like in whatever the emotion, like you're frustrated, but you are going to behave respectfully. So even being teacher, when you are communicating about, when you are correcting the behaviors of children, so try to be more using the respectful words when you're communicating with the children. So model respect in all kind of interactions. So whatever the situation you are actually telling this behavior was wrong, but you're doing it in a respectful way. So how to inculcate this respectful communication, we are going to have it in our classroom. Then effective communication. So in effective communication, again, we are going to talk about how to initiate the conversation, end the conversation, how not to interrupt other people, everything. Then key elements of positive classroom climate. Yes, I already spoke about respect and inclusivity. Then coming to emotional safety. So now imagine a situation, there is a child who is coming to you with some problem, and he's crying, and he's saying like, nobody likes me in my classroom. So like 2 days before I was in that group, now they don't want to have me in that group, like they're not including me for this game. So he's coming and crying. Okay, and then the other kid will come and he will start complaining, ma'am, yesterday he did this to me. Yesterday he did this to me, so we are not including him. He behaved rude. He actually harmed us. So now, being a teacher, how you are going to give the emotional safety? If you are agreeing with one child, the other child might feel upset, right? So in this moment, giving that particular attention to their emotions and validating their emotions and accepting their, like whatever the rationale or reasoning or what they are giving behind their behavior. So that is most important. And the child must feel I am heard, both the child who are complaining. So once they feel heard, once they feel that, yes, I am not being judged, even after speaking about my emotion, they feel more safe. And then positive relationship, clear expectation. Yes, many a times students are confused. If your behavior is changing, like, in different situations. One time you are there, like you are there all the, like you are there for the child, listening to all his problems, and like you're laughing when he is saying some jokes. And the next moment, like, you're getting angry, you are asking him to keep his mouth shut, and he's like confused. So how I should be behaving? So set clear expectation. He will not be understanding the lesson has been started, so I should not be cracking joke during the lesson, but clearly setting the expectation, telling them, okay, so this is the fun period, you can crack jokes. Now we are going to start it, and I don't want any jokes in between. So if you have someone, if you have some jokes to say, then we will have the last 5 minutes. And these are my expectation during the lesson. And then, like, you will be, clearly setting the expectation. You will be giving breathable time as well, so that you can ask the children to share their fun moment, everything. So here the child will feel more safe, and they will be like, yeah, in this teacher's class, I can learn a lot, and also we are having fun. So this makes them feel positive about the classroom. Effective communication, then collaboration and cooperation. As I said, giving group projects. If you find that, students are not understanding, like, the other situation, they're not cooperative, they are not collaborating, they're fighting in the group, try to reverse the role, or like, conduct a role play, or like give certain scenarios to solve. So this will make them to reflect on their behavior. So this also, that actually setting certain time limits, giving them prizes for the completion of tasks, even these things will help. So at least for the rewards, they want to collaborate with the group and cooperate each other and complete the task. So positive reinformation, we always insist going with a positive reinforcement. Yes, so like some good behaviors students are showing, yeah, we have to reward them. We have to, reward them with some kind of appreciation, or like noticing it is a big, positive reinforcement. Like the child is doing so many good things and one or two mistakes, and we will be highlighting the mistake sometime. But before highlighting the mistake, if we are talking about these positive, traits, this will make the child to enhance his positive behaviors. Okay. Yes, Ekta.
So I am having a question with me that I'm gonna post in the group, and I would like everybody to answer the right option. Okay, I'm just posting it. Done. Let's see. Which one of the following is not part of an inclusive classroom? Number A. Okay, option A. Respecting different learning styles allow okay, everybody's like B, 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 B. Anybody else? Why not A? Why not C? Okay. So most of us believe it's option B. Yes, option B is the right answer. Okay, let me reshare the screen so that we can move ahead. Yes, Tej.
Okay. So now let's talk about some of the activities that we can conduct. Empower student voice and choice in learning. So give them options. Like as I said, one of the example that usually I conduct in the sessions are like a Socratic seminar. So in this Socratic seminar, you are going to just talk about a topic, and you are letting these children talk about the topic without having any fear of judgment. So they are not being judged. So it could be like very simple topic like love or mother or like sadness or like education. So any topic. So here the child will be told like, yeah, you are not being judged. You can just speak about this topic, and this will make them feel more confident and expressive when they are talking about any topic. Slowly, we get them into the topic of emotions, like, about, how do they feel when they are treated this way. So conflict, problem solving, friendship. So these kind of topics can be brought in the discussion. And also always trying to give them a choice. Okay, do you want to have fun first and then start with the lesson, or do you want to have the lesson first and then end the class with some fun activity? So this will make them to choose, and then they will be sticking to their choice. So this is like, a trick we can play with these children. Teach conflict resolution skills. So I know like most of you will face this conflicting situation in your classroom. Students are like, ma'am, this person has done this to me. Ma'am, that guy has, like, no, ma'am, I am not the one who did this. Like, he just assumed it. I didn't do this. Like, you face such situations, right? Like, on daily basis. Even if you are letting them, play in the playground, a lot of children will come and, ma'am, I am not included in this game. So they come up with this conflicting situation. So teaching them conflict resolution skills. How do you teach? So usually I'll give you the example which I conduct in the class. So that is, okay. Ekta, this So what I do, there is one story. Two goats crossing the bridge. So I will ask them to first read the story, and after reading the story they will understand the moral of the story. Yeah, like there should be there should be some level of understanding about others issues or problem, and then we will tell them to imagine, like take the place of goat 1 and goat 2 and say your own reasons and have conflict. So while having conflict they will have, they'll have fun, and then we will ask them to resolve it. We give them a tool, step by step, how to analyze the situation, what is most important, and how to negotiate the situation, and what is more important. So after analyzing everything and understanding the different perspective of people, so they will be able to say most understanding word. Okay, so they will be able to say most understanding words to each other. They will be able to communicate it properly. Okay, so please understand, I am going through this. So I want this particular place. So they will be able to communicate their needs as well in a proper way. So this will help you to actually manage the conflicting situation. Reflect and set goals regularly. So yes, goal setting is something we have to have for our students. They have to have this goal setting in their schedule. Like it must be their part of life. Long-term goals, short-term goals. And I have a long-term goal. What are the activities I'm going to plan to reach that goal? For example, a child is setting a long-term goal. In this particular year, I'm going to be the master in swimming. So what are you going to do? You are going to ask them, okay, so like, how are you going to reach that goal? How are you going to achieve that goal? So ask him to set the short-term goals. Yes, for this, weekly twice, I'm going for the swimming class. And then reflect. I have long-term goal to learn swimming by this academic year, by this year, okay, 2025. And am I following my short-term goals that, weekly twice I'm going to swimming class? And reflect. Am I being escaping or like being lazy and escaping the classes, swimming classes, or am I going regularly? How committed I am? So here, the child will be able to reflect on his day-to-day activity, and is he along with his short-term goals, and is he reaching to his long-term goal. So this can be done. Promoting inclusive language and behavior. So what do you think? Is it important to have inclusive language and behavior in the classroom? I want to ask all the teachers over here. So if they are facing any kind of struggles or problems, not having inclusive language and behavior.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question around it as well, because I think questions promote a lot of interaction, which I personally like, and I'm sending it in the group. Which one of the following is the best example of using inclusive language in the classroom? A, hey guys, let's all sit down now. B, boys and girls, please take your seats. C, everyone, let's find our seats and get started. D, you people need to sit down right now. Best example of using inclusive language. Is that very complex? A, hey guys. A, What about others? C, okay. C. In the classroom. We are getting more responses around it. Okay. So we are getting a lot of A's and C's. Yes. Very nice. I will take a little more time so that I can get more responses. Just 10 more seconds. Okay. C. What do you think, Tejaswini? A's and C's.
Let's have more response and then we will discuss.
Yes. Both A and C are example of inclusive language. However, in classroom setting, C would be more appropriate because it's a little formal. At the same time, it is giving a little bit of liberty, asking children to find their seats and then get started. Good job, everybody. Okay. Next one. Yes. It's respectful, it's neutral, it applies to all children regardless of gender and identity. Wonderful, ma'am. Great. Okay. I'll move on to the next one. And then post that we have one more activity and then we'll be winding up. Yes, Tejas.
Participation. It refers to students' involvement and engagement in learning process. Like it's important each and every child is paying attention and being a part of learning process, right? You might have seen in the classroom few kids, they will be zoned out, like they are looking out of the window, they are not being present, like they are so much distracted. So what you have to do to have their participation? So making it, more fun and engaging, and actually even going with this buddy system, or having this some kind of icebreaker activity in the classroom. So this will make them become alert even if they are zoned out. And then this will help the children to become more alert and be focused on what teacher is saying. So for this, you can conduct group activities as well, like, circle time, or like kindness talks. Like I'm going to share what kind activity I did. So sharing these kind of real life situations, this also will help them to actually get involved in the learning process. Active participation encourages students to think critically, right? So you all agree with me, like if you are teaching a procedure and if you're just saying theory, the child may listen to you to some extent. 70% of the knowledge, like 70% of the information he will be listening, and the comprehension will be 60%. Again, like how much he is going to keep in his head, memorize the thing. So again, it is left to each individual child. So again, if you make them to get into the activity, like help them to experience the activity instead of just going theoretically, here, the child will be more alert and focused, and this will help him to, think critically, come up with his own ideas, and like even we can also give some problem solving situations. And what can you do in this particular situation? We come up with this kind of like cases. So you have to solve this case. So who is the thief in this particular situation? We give them the scenario and we ask the children, okay, so you have to identify there are 4 people in the house and few things in the house is stolen. And among these 4, there are certain clues also we will give, and who is the thief. So by asking such questions, they will be like more engaged. They want to think critically and they want to give the reason and solve the problem. A lot of SEL skills will be worked upon in one particular activity. So also they want to, try and explain their thoughts and ideas. I think person A is the, person who did this particular action, and why he is able to give the reason as well. So these children, they think more critically when we throw questions like this, like where we poke their logical thinking, reasoning, rationalizing, mind, cognitive activity of these children. So when you're doing it, you can also go with group activity. You can give a case to each group that collaboration with other people will also happen. Yes. You are on mute.
Okay. So last one I would like you to cover. Yes.
Okay. So strong and supportive relationship. How to build strong and supportive relationship among students? So by creating positive and productive learning environment. So many a times if we keep always keep kind of challenges, which group is going to win, so that might only create the competition. Sometimes it is also important the whole class will be analyzed. Whole class group work will be analyzed. Your presentation will be considered. So by this kind of group activity, we make it more positive. Okay, group 1 has done their activity and they are going to help the group 2. So with this positive and supportive environment, we can make them feel included in the classroom. So for that, we have to establish trust. Yeah, like a child must be able to trust the other classmate in the group. And how the trust will be built? Very simple. The first step we started, feelings check-in. Yes, somebody is sad. What are you going to do? Just going and comforting him, or going and talking to him. What happened? Your mama scolded you. So it is for younger children. Other like even for the older kids, like if they are telling like this happened with me and I'm not able to understand maths, I'm not able to score it, I'm not able to memorize. So the other kid who is having good knowledge, like good skill with that particular area, can go and help him. So asking each other to help each other will build trust. Then show care and respect. As we discussed already, showing care and respect is important. Even whatever the situation, they are fighting, but the respectful words are used. You might have seen like bullying will happen and all in classroom. So after that particular situation, recreate the situation with a role play. So what could have been done? How it could have been communicated with the right words and respectful words? They will say you so many reasons, ma'am, he did this to me. That's the reason I fought with him. So how it could be communicated with a better sentence? Respectful words. So conduct role play. So doing this will also help them to understand, yeah, it's important to respect others. When we respect others, yeah, definitely we can also expect the respect from them. And foster a positive classroom culture. We already discussed about it, like, having the consistency in your response to the children and having, appreciative language. Like the whole class is appreciating one kid, or the whole group of children are clapping for a kid who has done something extra. So this kind of small celebration also will work. Yes.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Okay. So I think with that, we are here towards the end of this session. If you have any questions, you can ask. And meanwhile, I'm just posting here. It's our mental health community for teachers, counselors, and even people who are looking for some sort of exchange of mental health related knowledge. We talk about children, we talk about social emotional learning related activities as well. We have a resource library where you can fetch a lot of activities for your classrooms and give your inputs for other teachers also. So you can join if you want. And meanwhile, any questions, any doubts, we are open for that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a lovely feedback. It means a lot. Yeah, definitely. You'll be getting the PPT. Along with that, you'll be getting some activities as well, that what we have discussed. Thank you so much. Means a lot. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We are happy to hear that, and we are overwhelmed actually. And we understand that everybody had some or the other commitments, and that is why they could not respond. But we know we are there. There are some contributions we have made, and we will be able to see you again. Stay in touch. You can join the community. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Recording stopped.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. See you again.